This story is about a very famous king and a Buddhist monk who lived 1,500 years ago in China. There was a great king named King Wu. He was the most powerful king of that time, even after having everything, wealth, power, women. His mind was always disturbed. He consulted the great intelligent men of his kingdom to his palace and asked for ways to calm his disturbed mind. All those intelligent men used to tell the king various ways and tricks, but none of them worked for king. The king tried very hard to calm his mind, but he was unable to calm it down. One fine day a person comes to the king and said, "Oh my king, there is a way to calm your mind." Hearing this, the king becomes very happy and told the person that if you do this, I will give you immense money. Then the person said, "I don't have any way to calm your mind, but yes, a Buddhist monk has come from India. His name is Bodhidharma. Everyone says that he is very knowledgeable and wise man. Maybe he can help you." The king asks that person, "Where can I meet Bodhidharma?" The person says that he will be found on the top of the hill and he lives in a small cave. The king immediately went there with some of his soldiers to meet Bodhidharma. The king reached there. There was a small cave on the top of the mountain, where Bodhidharma lived. As soon as he reaches there, the king sees that Bodhidharma is sitting in meditation and he looks very calm. Then the king said to Bodhidharma, "I have heard that you are a very advanced monk." Bodhidharma seems to ignore the king. The king thought, Bodhidharma did not hear me. So the king again said, "I have heard that you are a very advanced monk and can you solve my problem?" This time too Bodhidharma ignores the king and does not answer any of his questions. The king wonders why Bodhidharma is not giving him any answer. Then the king comes straight to the point. The king asked Bodhidharma, "Can you calm my mind?" After listening to this, Bodhidharma smiled and asks the king, "Why is your mind disturbed?" Then the king said, "I don't know that although I have no shortage of any materialistic things, I have so much wealth that I have no idea. I have all the comforts and facilities. I have love for the people of my kingdom. I have performed many donations, but there is only one thing missing in me. My mind is always disturbed and there is always a chit-chat going on in my mind. Can you calm it down for me please? That I have come to you with great hope, that I have taken all other measures. You are my last hope." After hearing all this, Bodhidharma replied to the king, "Yes, of course, I can calm your mind." The king becomes very happy after hearing this and asks Bodhidharma, "What do I have to do for this?" Then Bodhidharma told him that you come back to me tomorrow morning and remember you will come alone, don't bring anyone with you. The king said, "Okay, I will come to you tomorrow morning." While leaving, Bodhidharma told one more time to the king that he should bring his disturbed mind with him. Hearing this, the king was shocked and wondered, if Bodhidharma has said something to the king. "What did you say? Please say one more time." Bodhidharma said, "You come tomorrow morning and bring your disturbed mind with you. Do not leave your disturbed mind in your palace, bring it along with you." The king wondered whether Bodhidharma was a mad person, but now the king had no other option, so he thought of trying one more time. The next day the king reached Bodhidharma early in the morning and said, "I have come." Bodhidharma said to the king, "You have come, but where is your disturbed mind? Give me your disturbed mind. I will calm it down by hitting it with my stick." The king says, "What the hell are you saying? People say you are so intelligent, yet you don't know that the mind is not an object which I can pick up and give it to you. Because the mind is within me." Bodhidharma said, "Okay, now you close your eyes and search for that disturbed mind within, and when you find it, tell me immediately." The king closes his eyes and tries to find that disturbed mind within himself. After sitting with his eyes closed for a long time, Bodhidharma places his hand on the king's shoulder and said, "Open your eyes." Then the king opens his eyes. Bodhidharma asks the king, "Have you found your disturbed mind?" The king said, "No, I haven't found." Bodhidharma said, "No problem, you come to me again tomorrow morning at the same time." This search was enough for today. The next day early in the morning the king reaches Bodhidharma and he does as Bodhidharma had told him to do yesterday. He again closed his eyes and sits to search his disturbed mind. The king remained in sitting position for a long time. Bodhidharma again places his hand on the king's shoulder and says, "Have you found your disturbed mind?" Then the king says no in a very calm voice. Then Bodhidharma says, "No problem. This search is enough for today. You come again tomorrow." The next day again early in the morning, the king came to Bodhidharma and without speaking he sat down with his eyes closed to search his disturbed mind. This time, Bodhidharma does not do anything and he also just sits in front of the king. Enough time passes, but Bodhidharma continued to sit near that king. The whole day passes and the whole night passes, but the king keeps searching for his disturbed mind. With his eyes closed the next morning the king's eyes open, and as soon as the king opens his eyes, the king places his head at the feet of Bodhidharma and said, "I have not found a disturbed mind anywhere, but I have found the peace I was looking for. Thank you very much." Then Bodhidharma said to that king, "Buddha is inside you. It is not outside. In Zen Buddhism, inner peace is called Buddha. That's why Bodhidharma said Buddha is inside you, which means peace is inside you. It is not outside, it is not in a world full of pleasures and distractions, it is in you." Then Bodhidharma said, "It's not easy to meet the Buddha. We all want this and want that and covet what remains out of reach. When we cannot have our way we get angry and act foolishly. We cannot see Buddha, because we bind ourselves with such matters. So we sat until that blindfold falls apart. If you do this you will be able to face the Buddha in your chanting." Friends, just like that king, we all are searching for our peace outside. Peace is not outside. Peace is within us only. You just need to find it within yourself. Search within. So today we are going to talk about how can we go within ourselves, how can we understand our true nature, how can we go beyond the mind, and how can we experience the state of no mind. To do this, you simply have to understand what exactly meditation is. By simply knowing this, you will begin to meditate and connect with who you are. Therefore, the secret of all meditation is witnessing. Witnessing is the key of meditation. Witnessing means watching, observing. The way we give our attention to something becomes the watching, and in that state of deep watching, meditation happens. Understanding arises. Meditation starts by being separate from the mind, by being a witness. That is the only way of separating yourself from anything. If you are looking at the light, naturally one thing is certain: you are not the light, you are the one who is looking at it. If you are watching the flowers, one thing is certain: you are not the flower, you are the watcher. Watching is the key of meditation. Watch your mind. Don't do anything. No repetition of mantra, no repetition of the name of God. Just watch whatever the mind is doing. Don't disturb it, don't prevent it, don't repress it, don't do anything at all. On your part, you just be a watcher, and the miracle of watching is meditation. As you watch slowly, mind becomes empty of thoughts, but you are not falling asleep. You are becoming more alert and more aware. As the mind becomes completely empty, your whole energy becomes a flame of awakening. This flame is the result of meditation. So you can say, meditation is another name of watching, witnessing, observing without any judgment, without any evaluation. Just by watching, you immediately get out of the mind.